I've heard over and over from psychics, the people who built this house were involved in magic.
Our friend, author Annie Wilder, had my wife Kaylee and I and some friends over for a haunted tea party the other night. If you're not aware of Annie, she lives in one of the most haunted houses in the Midwest. And seriously, can you think of a better way to spend a Friday night in late October?
All right, so we're gonna start our tour, walking through the house. And this house was built in the 1870s.
As with many of Annie's parties, a tour of the house is the first event on the itinerary.
This is a picture of Leon, the main spirit in the house. And I do consider him an ally in the spirit world and a protector of this house.
We went from room to room, and you could honestly feel different energies in each room.
Living in a haunted house is like living in a puzzle or a mystery. It's like being in a Scooby-Doo episode that never ends. Kaylee asked about the treasure, so we're going down to the dirt room where we found the treasure.
Annie took the group downstairs to the eerie confines of the dirt room. It is here where my cell phone turned on by itself last year. It is also in this room where head ghost Leon hid his treasure years ago.
Does anybody have a sense? Anybody want to try to tune in and see where Leon hid his treasure?
Oh! It was a coffee can?
Yeah, go ahead, you can pull it out.
Oh, with a string, sure.
Yep, the string is actually broken, but it's a really tight fit. This was his card title. Actually, I bring little kids down here whenever I have a party.
And this is how trick-or-treating was invented.
Do you ever come down here?
Only for parties.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you ever just sit and wait for voices or a sign or a message?
On a comfortable chair upstairs.
Mm-hmm. Upstairs?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Many ghost hunters and spirit specialists have surveyed Annie's home. One group was from Minnesota's Iron Range and specialized in recording the voices of the spirits.
They said that they recorded more EVPs, which is electronic voice phenomenon, or spirit voices, in my house than they had ever recorded in any private residence before. And the very first one they recorded was a woman's voice saying, "See my home," like she was really proud.
Other very scary recordings have been caught on tape, such as this voice, which was heard in protest to Annie writing another book. Annie was puzzled by another ghostly message.
We've become who you are. Like, we've become who you are. And if I had heard that when I first moved here, I would be terrified. But I've been here so long that it's like, that's cool.
As we continued upstairs, everyone was amazed at the bravery of Annie to live here and to love living here. She told me she never plans on moving.
This is the room that I was in. This was my bedroom when we first moved here. And this is the room where I first heard ghost stuff. I woke up, this is before we found the money, and I heard pounding in that wall. If you wouldn't mind, Greg, maybe you could just loud pounding, louder. Louder. Yeah. But yeah, this room was a very haunted bedroom. Even though it's a playroom now for my nieces and nephews, but even though we have a bed here, I don't let them sleep in this room. But
Sunday, 12 a.m. Power failure.
Hi, I just have a creepy.
Ooh, that's very scary, kids. As our group of haunted partygoers gathered in the dining room, the questions were endless. One question I've always wondered is, why can certain people tune into the spirit world and others can't?
I think that it's just like the same reason that some people can golf like Tiger Woods and some people can't. I think people just have different skills and abilities, but I do think, and when I wrote this book of family ghost stories, one thing I was hoping people would get from it is that there is a lot more interaction, in my opinion, between the spirit world and the physical world than we acknowledge.
An evening at Annie's is nothing short of spellbinding. Her stories are remarkable, and she has converted me from skeptic to believer in my 2 visits to this fascinating home. Many of her stories can be experienced in her books, and they make for tantalizing reading. Her latest is Spirits Out of Time, and you just may want to leave the light on after you finish reading. Ooh.